in the home that creates the Christian culture for her family. And we don't maybe think of it on that broad scale. These little things we're doing, you teaching patriotism, love for country, respect for others.
Mm-hmm.
When we respect our husband and we are the way we treat our children, they take that into the world. So we're making this for our children to go out into the world to make the world a better place.
Right,
More
right.
respect, manners, their Catholic faith, loving, and how to be kind to other people.
Right.
And that's how, we could change the world.
Right. Because if they're in the world and we're not guiding them, they're going to flow right with the world.
With the world.
And we're supposed to be set apart,
Yeah.
as Christians. We're not
Right.
supposed to go with the world.
Right.
And Candy, you had, there was a poem in the book about mom. Do you want to share that with us? That was a cute little,
Yes, I really
I guess it's
enjoyed
a
that.
poem.
Yeah, we
Look
each have
for
a
her.
copy of this book that we read over
Yeah.
and over again.
And this is straight from Aunt Rosie. Aunt Rosie wrote this. And she said, and the mother said, I have reached the end of my journey, and now I know that the end is better than the beginning. For my children can walk alone, and their children after them. And the children said, you will always walk with us, mother, even when you have gone through the gates. And they stood and watched her as she went along. And the gates closed after her, and they said, we cannot see her, but she is with us still. And a mother like ours is more than a memory. She is a living presence. And it says, at home. And that's what it is. It's mom. Mom is always with you.
Right. And it's
You know?
generational.
And you don't even have to be a perfect mom. You know,
Right.
your mom is always with you.
And what you do, it's going to flow to your children and your grandchildren. I mean, it just keeps
Right.
going.
Keeps
You
going,
know,
yeah.
it affects your family after you.
Right.
That is something that sometimes we think of just today and now and what the world thinks and what the world believes and what the world accepts.
Mhm.
And she says we don't have to go and live with the world's standards and try to please the world, because what you just read, a mother can leave a legacy like Miss Rosie did.
Right.
We're all reading
Yeah.
her book.
This
And we're-
book, this book is, her daughter wrote this from her letters. These were
Right.
letters that she wrote
Mhm.
every day,
Mhm.
all the time. Little bitty letters that she would just leave as reminders. She even wrote a Catholic homeschool
Yeah.
curriculum,
Phonics
a phonics
program.
program. And a lot of these letters are from that. Like even in the in the stories, like for the alphabet stories, there were stories about Kateri and Ann, her
Right,
daughter,
her children.
and just Maria, those things. And that's
That's another thing to think
Yeah.
about is writing.
yeah.
Writing to your children.
Mhm.
Because her children have these letters, and we have them too now. And
Yeah,
she
right.
left this
And,
legacy.
and this was, some of them they had seen before she had died, but a lot of it they found after. They didn't even know,
that she wrote.
like, why did she write all this stuff?
Uh-huh.
Like they were, and then this is when they realized that Mom was constantly teaching, constantly loving. There was no stop to her
Yeah.
love,
and she
and
still
she just
is.
had to,
Yeah.
and she couldn't stop her love. She had to write it
Mhm.
because it was here so much. She had to write it out.
Yeah.
That's something comforting for the children after we're gone.
Right.
They're going to have our writings. They're going to have our letters. They're going to have memories. They're going to have, they know that we love them and that mom
Right.
and dad loved each other. And that's something that's lacking today.
Right.
The
Because there's no
babies,
love,
children just want to know that mom and daddy love each other.
Right.
And they're in love, and that gives a child security. And we talk a lot about self-esteem and importance and affirming all, but that is something that makes them feel secure.
Right.
And they'll take that into their marriages.
Well, Missy, you had told us about a quote from Joseph Cardinal Manzetti. Do you want to share that?
Yes. This is in Miss Rosie's book, and it meant a lot to her, and her daughter Maria put this in the book in her writings. Cardinal Manzetti said, "The most important person on earth is a mother. She cannot claim the honor of having built Notre Dame Cathedral. She need not. She has built something more magnificent than any cathedral, a dwelling place for an immortal soul."
We are the ones who
That's
are
it.
to bring the children into the world, the next generation.
Mhm.
And it's our job to bring them up in the ways of the Lord and, to foster that love of God.
That's right.
We have to stop. She says here, we have to stop striving to reach a goal, which means becoming something that the world admires. What does it matter? You know, when we die, we're striving to go to heaven. We're striving for sainthood.
Right.
What does it matter what the world thinks about a mother should stay home, or, you know, about a mother staying home, or about homeschooling, or about how we dress, you know, and maybe believing that role of the husband and wife, femininity and masculinity. What does it matter what the world thinks and believes? What, you know, it pushes sometimes.
Yeah.
World success, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it is important for us to embrace our femininity, and Miss Rosie knew the importance of that, and she liked being a girl. She even wrote a story
Uh-oh.
about that.
A poem, she sure
We
did.
would like to read it to you. I like being a girl. I am a girl. Thank you, Jesus, for making me a girl.
I know that you did it on purpose because I know that you have very special plans for me.
Maybe you want me to be a mommy one day, just to bring up lots of good children.
And then I get to cook and clean and wear pretty aprons like Mommy.
Maybe you want me to be a nun one day just to pray and pray for the whole world.
Whatever you have planned for me, I know it will be so important.
I like being a girl.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you.